if I were to use my brain and be a rational human being after seeing yesterday's game, which I missed, but I know what happened. I saw the highlights. I got the gist of how it went and everything. If I had to be rational and completely unbiased, this football team is not a good football team. If I'm a Philadelphia Eagle fan, this team is embarrassing. This team is atrocious. This team disgusts me with every fiber of my being simply due to the fact that they have so much potential on both sides of the football, and the coaches do not know how to utilize and get the most of their potential out onto the product that we see on the field every single Sunday. I don't know where this team goes when they play Tampa Bay. Like, I don't know what happens to all the coaching and all the preparations and fundamentals. I don't know where any of that goes after watching them play against Tampa and seeing how we've played against Tampa minus week 3 of last year's regular season, dating back to I don't even know how long, since Deshaun Jackson was still a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, which I believe is 2018. This Eagles team has never been able to beat the Buccaneers. And we can go back to the John Gruden days too. Never able to beat this team when it matters most. Never able to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But right now, it's weird because so many people are flipping out over this game as if the Eagles weren't injured and got even more injured due to the immense heat and football being the game that it is, taking away more players. Like Cam Jurgens, Jalen Carter, both dealing with cramps, not being able to play the full game. You're already down A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. You're down Lane Johnson. I mean, what more did you expect on offense? And that's my thing. What more did you truly expect outside of the lack of Saquon Barkley getting carries? You know, he only got 10 touches, which is absurd, absolutely absurd. But outside of that, 16 points from an offense doesn't sound too out of the norm given the situation, considering last week we had the same amount of players. You know, Lane got hurt, Devontae got hurt. We put up 15 in the fourth quarter when it mattered most. So I was kind of expecting that. But the defense, nobody wants to talk about the defense. It's all about the offense and how horrible Hurts was and how Goddard can't catch. And that 33 points allowed by this defense. 21 of them in the first 17 minutes of the game. Like, most teams don't overcome that, you know? Like, most of the time when you're down that early, outside of the Kansas City Chiefs' miraculous comebacks against Houston and whoever the hell else in the playoffs and in regular season, and just, I don't know. We want to be so nitpicky about certain things. And yeah, the quarterback play hasn't been good, but man, we only have, 3 turnovers, and all 3 of them are Reed Blankenship interceptions, man. How can this team win? Even if Hurts gives away the ball, the defense ain't taking the ball away. They can't stop the run consistently. They're playing so far back and so soft that anybody can throw on this defense. It doesn't matter how many points Hurts can put up. This defense does not do anything. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Vic Fangio was not the guy to hire to fix this defense, and it shows because it's the same exact broken defense. And you got guys going onto Instagram, going on to Twitter. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Darius Slay, posting your career highlights as if you're still this great big play Slay. When was the last time you made a play, buddy? How many interceptions can we drop on the defensive side? How many times are we not going to get pressure on the quarterback? How many times are we going to get burnt by Baker Mayfield and by Kirk Cousins before we realize that this defense is not it? The Eagles should be able to win games putting 16, 21, 24 points up, but the defense is going to allow 40. So what does it matter how many points you put up? So why does it matter how many Hurts interceptions and fumbles happen? Why do you think they are happening? Because he's playing hero ball. You want to know why? Because the defense can't do anything. Like, I'm not trying to defend Jalen or the offense or Nick Sirianni or anybody, but I'm just speaking the truth here, man. This defense is horrible despite how the game's final score may look compared to what Dallas might have done. At least Dallas gets turnovers. At least they handle business. And they haven't looked spectacular, but we make them look like superstars. And they're not even doing good. They're 2-2 just like us. And we feel like the world is falling. Because that's how inept this team looks half the time. Like, it's unbelievable. The Cowboys can't stop the run, but at least they hit hard. They have consistent pass rush. We don't have playmakers on the defensive line. We don't have linebackers to rely on in pass coverage. We have no secondary. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. They're outside of Sam Darnold. I do not see any stellar quarterback play this year. Aaron Rodgers couldn't score a touchdown against the Broncos. Freaking Patrick Mahomes has one less touchdown than Jalen Hurts and the same amount of interceptions. It's just like no one's playing spectacular football, but here in Philadelphia, it's like we gotta just bench everybody. Bench everybody. Don't let them figure it out. Don't let the players get healthy. Don't even talk about the defense. It's all on the offense. Like, how stupid can you guys be? And I love this fan base, but Jesus Christ, how wishy-washy are we? I'm all for holding accountability on Jalen Hurts and on Nick Sirianni and on the offensive line and on AJ if he drops something or if Saquon drops a game-winning first down completion. I'm all for that. But I'm not going to bench the man that's been leading us for the past 3 years to the playoffs with this bum as a head coach on the sidelines just looking so stupid and confused half the time and angry because his little high school, college level offense isn't working the way it's supposed to. Let Kellen Moore open up the whole thing. Do everything that legitimately everything that we're not doing, we should be doing. Play action, running on first down. It's so frustrating how the more important things don't get talked about, but God forbid Jalen Hurts has one bad incompletion. God forbid he steps up after avoiding a sack and the pass blocker can't get back to help him out as he's trying to throw the ball and a fumble happens. No pocket presence. He dodged a sack and was trying to throw the football. Like, you guys are just stupid. There are problems. Jalen Hurts is a problem. Nick Sirianni is a problem. The O-line, the injuries are definitely a problem. But I swear to God, nobody wants to talk about how bad this defense is and how bad it's been for 2.5 years. Ever since the second half of 2022, we've been in shootouts or nothing else, and we've been losing a lot of these games now because the offense can't keep up anymore, because this team is cooked. This coaching staff is cooked, and it's not going to get any better. And we'll see how things look against Cleveland in 13 days. But I'm telling you right now, it is not going to be pretty. So bear with it. Get all your frustrations out now about how much you hate this 26-year-old quarterback who's barely had a consistent coaching staff for the past 3 years with this dummy of a head coach named Nick Sirianni calling the shots. One of the most dysfunctional organizations with so much potential on both sides of the ball. They got Cooper DeJean freaking muffing punts and stuff too. It's just, it's all a joke, man. Like, there's so many issues, but we're just going to nitpick the quarterback and nitpick this, that, and the other. Like, call everything out. Don't just call one guy out, because one guy doesn't change the whole season of mediocrity. Doesn't change the whole outcome of the last 2 or 3 games. My God, man. Yeah, yesterday sucked. Yesterday was not fun. Last week was not fun, and we won that game. And now we're on a bye week. We're 2-2. We should be at least 3-1. And now we just have to wait. Thank God for the Phillies. Thank God for Red October. Go Braves. I don't want to see the Mets in the playoffs. I'll talk to you guys later.